about, because I think this was actually announced before last week, but it's just one of those ones I didn't put in the list of things. I'm trying to do a better job with that now. One thing we should discuss, Yamato, is, bro, I'll give props to Riot Games. That they're actually doing one of my ideas that I think looks fucking awesome. You know, I always tell you the worst thing about this whole stupid region discussion, because the most extreme example is the NA one. The NA people have the audacity to go NA over EU because they can get like one team that might slightly outperform the best EU team, even though as a region they might still just be worse, right? The real problem I've always said is you can't judge a region off the outlier best team. You have to look at the general strength. So what I've always wondered about, it's why I actually think a lot of the like Western runs where they just make top 8 of the worlds and do nothing else are mad overrated, because that just means you won a couple of BO1s in a past worlds, mate. That doesn't actually mean you're better than whoever the 4th best LCK team is or the 5th best LPL team or something. Bro, we're going to finally get a sense of how strong the other teams are, because they've announced this tournament. It's called the League of Legends Asia Invitational. And basically, right before Worlds, they're inviting, listen to this, the 5th, 6th, and 7th LCK teams, the 5th, 6th, and 7th LPL teams, and the 4th and 5th LCP seeds. So look, the LCP ones are probably quite weak, but that means basically there's a world where this is probably going to be like fucking Nongshim, D+, you're going to have fucking, or maybe even like a Fear X could get that last one maybe. You're going to have, could be IG, could be Weibo, could be JDG. Bro, this is actually going to be like a fun tournament. Like this has like IEM vibes to me. Like I will still be interested to watch this as a warm up for Worlds, because I also want to see how do those teams stack up. Like I'll tell you what, as much as I've laughed at D+, what if D+ goes and beats like Weibo or IG or something? Then I'll totally like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. So I always like international tournaments anyway. Yeah, this isn't quite as good as like MSI or Worlds, but this should actually be fun. This actually looks pretty good, Yamato.
Oh, this is like one of the greatest things ever. I think it's just perfectly timed too.
Yeah,
it's like
absolutely.
we have this gap between from the team side as well. It gives you a bigger incentive to do things.
On the 14th of October, and this tournament ends on the 12th, so it's just before.
It's perfect. It's like I've gotten so used to the constant just barrage of league. It's like the longest break we had was after MSI, but even there, it's like LPS started fast with their seeding rounds. So, like in my mind, we had the EWC. Sorry, the first time was the bigger break. Nevertheless, we need this. We need this so badly.
It's like it is an online competition. I have to mention that detail though.
Oh shit! It's online.
I just saw it. Just says it's online apparently. So that's not as good. But even though Korea and China should still be decent ping, and that's not as good though. To be fair, I just noticed it unfortunately.
Okay, better than nothing. Better than nothing.
True.
I do think it's like if anyone wants to go into the imagination of trying to do something like this between EU and NA, it's like NA have nothing to offer. I think if anything, you try to include the LEC into that, but obviously if it's online, that's not going to be possible. I don't know how you include LEC into shit like this. I think if anything, you should even it might devalue your product, but it's like if anything, you have a combination of the teams in LEC that don't make it. Maybe they play against some of the EMEA Masters teams in the in between, because that's also something that is possible. But I know from the EU side, EMEA Masters is running during the World Championship. It started now, but it's running during the World Championship. We had the whole drama about the scheduling of that, because apparently the EMEA Masters Finals is like right where the semis of Worlds is happening, like something ridiculous like this. And this has also been like a big pain point. So for anyone out there asking how do we incorporate LEC, how can they get more competition like this, I don't see an elegant way of doing so. But I'm fucking hyped for this one. This is gonna be sick.
Also, I'll give you actually another reason why. Guess what? This tournament will actually make Worlds better, Yamato. Because since these teams are already, like some of them are going to be in China, which is where Worlds is, the LPL teams, one of the problems League of Legends has always had, in my opinion, is that unlike Counter-Strike, because once you're eliminated, like every team that would be in this tournament, by the way, as soon as they're eliminated, they will stop playing. because the year's over. Like, some of them won't be in the same team. Like, and like, look, if even the Demacia Cup shit's after Worlds, guys, they do that later on to test the new rosters, and so in theory, right? Normally, one of the worst things about League is I do think you get some pretty bad semis and finals because you get to a point where only the teams left in the tournament still play. It's actually why people give that hype story all those years ago about fucking Damwon and Griffin when Fnatic played them, because that's who they had to practice. They had to practice challenger teams that were practicing to get into the LCK. So right now, this has actually, since these teams will keep playing for this, because by the way, even though it's online, there's respect. China and Korea don't want to lose to each other politically and culturally. So these teams will still keep playing, even when they're eliminated from LCK and from the LPL regional. So the good thing is, if you're a Worlds team, especially the Chinese ones, bro, you can get more teams to practice when you're going to your boot camp for Worlds, because logically, they'll want to practice against the teams they're not playing. So you can actually have, like, potentially some good teams. Like, actually, like, some of these teams aren't bombs, like, especially the LPL ones. That'll be good practice, mate. Like, if I am a T1 or a Gen, I want to play against those teams. There's more good teams to practice against. I'm not now practicing, like, extra games against CFO or whatever. Like, I can actually have, like, real teams from my region and the others. So I think that actually makes Worlds better too. I think it actually solves a little problem, mate.
Yeah, it's like it even makes the speculation so much better, because like, if LPL beats LCK, it's like it gives you like a little spark, a little ignition, it gives us some good strong talking points. We like anything that just gives us more volume and more matches is a good thing, and I think for the teams is also like really fantastic. Like,
the thing is, though, I do feel sorry for the teams from the LCP, though. The 4th and 5th LCT game, you are going to get booty blasted so fucking hard in this tournament. Like, good luck, but listen,
right,
it's going to be hard.
Let me check. We should check real quick who it is. We should check, because if it's like a GAM, maybe they're going to make it through.
There's no way it's going to be GAM, mate. It's going to be some. I'll bet you have never even heard of some of the players it's going to be.
Because I'm looking at the bracket right now. PSG, Team Secret Wales, and CFO is top 3. So we actually have like a little Levi action, GAM. And then we have the Vikings, which is the SOFM team. They got some swagger,
Nah, that's copium. That's copium. There's no way.
I think maybe.
Also, you're saying that SOFM's the fucking coach, bro. If he was playing, I might be out. And if it was 5 years ago, but it's none of those things about. So
I'm trying to reel you in, bro.
He will just be watching like the rest of us. His team get absolutely fucking destroyed in the server. I'll give you the GAM one. That's actually weird that GAM ended up there. I'm actually kind of shocked at that. It's because, if people don't know, obviously you had Maple and Carcer and Talent, so suddenly the second best team in that region isn't GAM anymore. And then you even had the fucking the actual other Vietnamese team qualified instead of Vikings, which is the Secret Wales one. So okay, even so though, I don't give a fuck. And by the way, I even did do the boomer joke the other day, Yamato, because when CFO won, you know who was on my timeline? It's your boy Driver. he was doing like the fucking worm or something, mate. Do you see?
He's upgrading his shit, bro. He's flying.
Instead of just winning the game and doing that dance, they had like a whole segment on stage where they just moved back like he was a b-boy or something. They started just dancing all around. And all I said was, I thought my comment was about him. I said, TikTok hit this generation like crack hit ghettos in the 80s. Like,
Jesus.
Mate, you just ruined a whole generation with this shit. All being like, what even is this? Like, I want to tell people, no, they're not all just nerds. Some of them are like they work out, they do martial arts, they're manly. And this guy is fucking doing a K-pop routine or something. Like, holy shit.
I know, you compare TikTok to crack.
Listen, both have destroyed the minds of a generation, and their potential is gone.
You're insane, bro.
Well, I was going to make a joke. Like, the difference is, though, the government didn't do TikTok to us to influence. Oh, wait a minute. Even that one sort of fits a bit too well. Fits a bit too well, This is how you control a generation. You might be saying, it is what it is, bro.
Now you're in my lane. Now I'm with you.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Ah, shit.
Next episode, we'll probably be sponsored by TikTok. Don't worry about that. I don't imagine that. Actually, guys, you know what? I've been watching these dancing videos, and actually, I'm just going to say one thing. I should do an episode where I do a cold open of me just doing like a TikTok dance. By the way, do you want to know how much of a boomer I am, Yamato? When we did Flashpoint Season 2, that Counter-Strike tournament we were doing back in 2020,
Yeah.
because it was the COVID lockdown, and we were all locked down in a famous rugby stadium in England, actually, Twickenham. We were all inside the stadium, and obviously it's quite boring. You're not doing anything all day. You do the event, and then you're just stuck with the same people inside the building. There's nothing to go and do. They had like a gym, and that was about it. They had a gym and a TV. That's basically it. You had your laptop in your room. Actually, loads of the people, because it was 2020, loads of people, like all the girls we were with, like Freya, who's one of the hosts, and other people, they were all doing, like Susie was there, Monty's wife, they were recording TikTok content, right, where they actually did for real TikTok dances, and they had other people, and they were asking me, bro, like, hey, do you want to, tomorrow, do you want to film a TikTok dance? And I was just the boomer, like, are you out your fucking, no. And I didn't do any of that shit, bro. Even though no, it'd be really funny and viral, like, nah.
Bro, you could have made it even bigger than you are now, bro.
I know. Turns out that was the real platform. Maybe the whole time I've been wasting my time researching articles, right? I should have just been dancing. Maybe if I was doing a driver, maybe I would be like the esports boomer dancer. Yeah, maybe I'd be doing it. Exactly.
Oh, damn. All right. We know how we are going to expand the show then. We're going to do vertical streams on TikTok.
Exactly.
We're going to open with some dance moves. Let's go, bro.
Put in an NPC segment. Chovy, best. Chovy, goat. Oh, goat. Choking. Sorry, I am choking. Goat. Chovy is goat. MVP. Like, fucking hell. Like, probably clip that. Put that on TikTok in itself. I probably just did a segment there, didn't I? Put the graphics on the screen as I'm doing it of, like, I don't know, a Chovy hot dog going in my mouth or something. And then a little pair of hands choking me at Worlds or whatever with faking behind them. There you go. There's your material. Use it. Make some money. Anyway.
Right. How do we move on from here?
See more cool, funny, interesting clips based on topics from my content? Well, subscribe to this channel then, or, be a pleb and don't.